That is the Ethiad Stadium, home of the current Premier League champions Manchester City, and this is Friday Football 5. Is Mbappe going to Real Madrid? Mikel Antonio, is he really underrated? And could we see Cristiano Ronaldo at Manchester City? Hello, and welcome back to the Friday Football 5 Episode 2. That's right, we are discussing the top 5 topics in the footballing world. And where to start this week? Well, we are starting at the Emirates. We are discussing Arsenal. Now, earlier in the week, after Arsenal unfortunately lost again in the Premier League, I sent a tweet out to Arsenal fans asking, should Arteta be sacked? And if so, who should replace him at the club? Now, the rumours are that it's going to be Antonio Conte. So, do Arsenal fans think Conte should come in? Clearly, by the image, 74% of you do want Conte to come. For me personally, I cannot see it. I can't see why somebody like Antonio Conte would want to go to Arsenal Football Club unless he gets a ridiculous salary, tells the board who he wants/needs to bring in to make Arsenal a fantastic club again and to win the league. I just can't see why he would go. Don't get me wrong, Arsenal have some fantastic players. They've got Smith Rowe, Saka, Tierney, Aubameyang if he can actually get his goal-scoring boots on, Ben White now at the back. But people need to be realistic with Arsenal. Like, they are not the Arsenal of old anymore. If anything, they might never win the Premier League again, or maybe not in my lifetime. I don't know, I just don't see Conte joining Arsenal. Other names floating around are Brendan Rodgers moving from Leicester to Arsenal. I read Eddie Howe could potentially be a shout. Even Frank Lampard. For me, personally, Arsenal fans, you probably should go for somebody like this guy. You could do a lot worse, Arsenal fans. You really could do a lot worse. Moving on, we are discussing the top transfer news this week now, and I guess we're going to have to start where we left off last week. Is M&M over already? Well, the answer appears to be yes. Real Madrid have had a bid of €170 million accepted for Kylian Mbappe this week, and it looks as though discussions are taking place for the transfer to happen this summer. Mbappe has 1 year left on his current PSG contract, but both Real Madrid and Kylian Mbappe want to get the deal done this summer. It's a shame because I would have loved to have seen Messi, Neymar and Mbappe play together for a season. But like I said last week, I can see why Mbappe has done it because he wants to be a superstar in his own right. I'm surprised it's Real Madrid because personally I thought Real Madrid were struggling financially. But it's going to be the start of Real Madrid becoming a massive club and signing Galactico players. With Mbappe being there this year, it might attract Haaland, Lewandowski, upcoming future stars, I guess, to the club. It also lifts La Liga, given that Messi has left Barcelona to join PSG. Mbappe coming from PSG to Real Madrid, people will watch La Liga purely to watch Mbappe and how well he does at Real Madrid. There were rumours earlier in the week as well that Cristiano Ronaldo could potentially be going back to Real Madrid. However, that is not the case. It appears that Cristiano Ronaldo has his heart set on a move back to the Premier League, but not to the red side of Manchester. This time he wants to join the blue side. He wants to join Manchester City. Apparently he's been talking to his Portuguese friends, Ruben Diaz, Bernardo Silva to name a few, asking what it's like at the club. The transfer fee for Ronaldo is only 25 million, which doesn't seem a lot. However, in the background, there's the agent fees, there's the player's salary. It will be a big transfer. Now, at the start of the week, it seemed as though PSG were floating around and you could have had Neymar, Messi and Ronaldo. What a combination that would have been, by the way. However, it looks likely that Ronaldo is now going to join Manchester City. This could potentially be a deadline day signing. And it also looks like it's going to happen given that Harry Kane has committed his future to Tottenham, which we'll discuss further later on. Is it a risk for Ronaldo to go to Manchester City? No, not really. 36. Is he the greatest of all time? Don't know. For me personally, it is Messi. Ronaldo at the front of the already ridiculous attacking lineup for Manchester City. And now the fact that Manchester City and PSG have been drawn together in the Champions League group stage, it would be Ronaldo versus Messi again if Ronaldo was to join. I do think it's going to happen. I think it will be around deadline day, if not before it. But Ronaldo's back in the Prem, guys. Like, everyone's going to get him in the fantasy football team, right? But let's be really honest. And he will score goals for fun. Moving on to topic 4 this week, we are talking West Ham and Mikel Antonio. Is Mikel Antonio an underrated footballer? Antonio scored his 48th and 49th goals for West Ham, making him their outright top goal scorer at the club, knocking Paulo Di Canio off his throne. For me, Antonio is underrated. Antonio first wasn't even an out-and-out striker, I believe. I believe he was originally a winger, but now Antonio is probably that first name on the team sheet if he's fit for West Ham. I think a lot of West Ham fans, and myself included, thought they were going to struggle this season, given that Lingard's not there and they haven't brought another striker in. But the top of the league, I know it's only 2 games, but the top of the league, they've scored 8 goals. They've got Europa League football coming. I just think people don't give Antonio credit. Like, he scored some ridiculous goals for the club, and he's just a team player. Like, he's not greedy with it either. Like, he'll bring Lingard in, he'll bring Rice in, he'll bring Ben Rama in. His hold-up play is superb. You know, strength on the ball, holding off defenders. I just feel that Antonio is very underrated at the... Not for West Ham, but in the footballing world, I guess. And the fact he scored 49 goals now, I think he will push on from that. I think he could even potentially be up there for top goal scorer. If he stays fit all season, Antonio will do well this year. Will he get an England call-up? I'm not sure, because part of me thinks he's changed his national allegiancy. Is that the right term? I'm sure he now plays for Jamaica, which is a terrible shame. But Antonio will have an incredible season at West Ham this year. And finally, we are discussing Harry Kane. The saga is over, Spurs fans. Kane is staying. He's come out and said, I'm now going to stay at Spurs. I don't buy it. Like, yes, he's going to stay at Spurs, but he doesn't want to. I think he reached a point where the Man City transfer just wasn't going to happen. And I think he pushed to get the transfer to go. I think Man City probably will have made a bid. I don't think it will be the 150 million like Daniel Levy wanted. I think it'll probably be 100. But now that Ronaldo appears to be up for grabs for 25, and then obviously the additional add-ons in the background, it's still a cheaper option than getting Kane. So I think Kane, knowing that as well, will have probably gone, do you know what, it's not going to happen. I'll stick out at Spurs. Do you know what? Like, Spurs have won their first 2 games as well. Obviously beating Man City. They need to win this Europa Conference League game that they're on tonight to still have European football. And I believe Kane is starting and is captain tonight for Spurs. But the fact that he has come out and said he wants to stay and is staying, Spurs could have a really good season and push for that top 4. I think Spurs will get 1, if not 2 midfielders before deadline day, because that seems to be the area where they are struggling a little bit. But the fact Kane is staying alongside Son, Mora, Dele, Bergwijn, they've started off strongly, and I think Nuno Espirito Santo might just get Spurs to where they were under Pochettino. Maybe? Don't know. It's going to be interesting to watch. Will he come back firing on all cylinders and start banging in goals for fun straight away? Who knows? And that concludes Friday Football 5 Episode 2. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you smash that like button, leave a comment about any of the subjects we've discussed today, and more importantly, please click that subscribe button. It literally takes 2 seconds. And other than that, I will be back next week for Friday Football 5 Episode 3. What stadium will I be at next week? Who knows? Have a good weekend, have a good week, and until then, laters.